Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. In today's video, I thought it'd be fun to do a what's on my iPhone. I feel like I always saw these videos. I don't know what my hands are doing. I feel like I always saw these videos and I was kind of like, what's the point? But then once you start watching them, it's kind of like you're in the rabbit hole. I don't know what this was. I'm in a weird mood, can you tell? But regardless, I thought it'd be fun to do one. I need to like sit up straight. Hold on. Okay, I think that's better. Maybe not. Maybe now I'm too short. I don't freaking know. Should we start this over? No, we're gonna keep it. Like I said, I'm doing a what's on my iPhone. I'm going to show you everything. Well, not everything. I'm not gonna go through every single individual app, but I'll show you like the layout of my phone and some apps that I use often. So let's just jump right into it. This was a weird start to the video. Hello. I'm actually going to scooch this way a little bit because I want to put a screen recording on this side of my phone. All right, let me start the screen recording. So my lock screen and my home screen are the same. It's just this picture of like white silk fabric. I don't know why. I just thought it was very like pleasing to the eye, as weird as that sounds, and I just like the look of it. So that's what my lock screen and home screen are. And then I kind of went for like a beigey, brownie, just like nude overall look to my home screen. I didn't want it to be too cluttered and I wanted to all be cohesive, but I also wanted to have things that like inspired me and actually like meant something to me and not just like random pictures. So that's kind of what I somewhat went for. On the first page of my home screen, I have the calendar up at the top. This is through the app Widgetsmith. I don't know if you've heard of it, but basically you can create your own widgets. I'll just show you super quickly. I'm gonna click on it and then say I want to add a different one. I'm gonna scroll down and do add medium widget, and then you're gonna click it twice. And then you have all these different options of things you can do. You can go to aesthetic and theme, and then you can press customize theme. And this is when you can change the font style, the font color, the background color, border color, basically anything. You can make it exactly how you want it, and then you can just add it to your home screen. So I only have that one medium widget on this page, and it's just the calendar. I like the colors of it, and I just thought it was very neutral and it went with everything. And then underneath that, I have 8 apps. These are like some of my most used apps. So I have calendar and maps. These are both like Google Calendar and Google Maps. I just find that I like them better. I'm gonna have to blur the screen right here because I know it'll show my address, but I just like them better. I think they're more user-friendly and I just prefer them. And then next to it, I have clock. Yes, I'm that person that has 500,000 alarms. It's just how I am. And then the last one on here is Safari. Oh, also I should mention, for some of the apps, you can see that like the picture kind of goes with what it is. This was more for like me to help like remember what is what. Yes, it says it underneath, but I changed it all at once and I was like, I'm not gonna remember what everything is. So like maps, for example, is like a map, and the clock is like an alarm clock. The mail is like some envelopes, so on and so forth. That's just what I did, and I actually really like how it turned out. I feel like it's like, I don't know, it's kind of fun. But anyway, underneath that I have Tube, which is just YouTube, and then I have Photos, which is just like the iPhone Photos app, and Mail. I have a bunch of different emails in here, and then I have Notes, which I use for everything. You can see I had a to-do list on here. I literally use the Notes app for everything. Highly recommend if you like need to get organized or anything. Definitely recommend the Notes app. It's super helpful. And then if you slide over to the next page, I have just these apps on this page. So you can see I have 2 widgets similar to like the calendar. I just created these on my own. So you'll go to add small widget and then double click it again. And then you have all these options. So you can do like your steps, you can do the date, you can do pictures, literally anything you want. And similar to how you can customize the calendar, you can customize this the exact same way. So I have a widget that says be your own muse. I don't know, I just like it. It inspires me and I just like that saying. And then next to it, I have Instagram, self-explanatory, Facebook Messenger. My parents don't have an iPhone, so we use Facebook Messenger for like our family group chat, which we're like constantly talking in. So that's why I have that on my home screen. And then I have Tunes. This is YouTube Music. It used to be Google Play, but then like YouTube bought it or whatever it was. So I use YouTube Music. You can see I have Descendants on my homepage because I'm a nanny and she was listening to it. But this is what I use. I like it a lot. It reminds me a lot of Spotify, so I like it. And then I have Pinterest, also self-explanatory. I go through phases where I'll like use Pinterest a bunch and then I'll stop for a while, but right now I'm like really into it. So have that on my home screen. Next up is TikTok. I'm not even gonna click it because if I click it, I go on it. I honestly should remove this from my home screen because I don't go on it that often, but then when I do, I'm sucked in and I like cannot leave the app, and you don't realize how much time goes by. So that's dangerous, but I try to like limit myself on how often I go on it. And then I have podcasts, which I am a big podcast person. I was not, and then randomly I got into them, and now I'm like very much into them. My two favorites are what are they? Oh, A Girl and Her Mother-in-Law, which is a YouTuber and her boyfriend's mother. They talk about like everything under the sun. It's really interesting and funny. And then I also really like Happy Hour, which is by Gretchen Garrity. I feel like hers is very positive. It always puts me in a good mood, and it's just like very like motivational. So those are my two favorites. And then underneath that I have Snapchat. I like never use Snapchat anymore. I used to always use it. My Snap score is like ridiculously high, but I never go on it anymore. I think it's been days since I even like opened the app. I just can't be bothered anymore. And then lastly, I have Outlook. This is just my school email. It's separate from the rest. I like to like separate school and like personal life. So that's why that's there. And then I just have this picture of my dog and my boyfriend because I thought it was really cute. And I also edited this picture in Snapseed, which I'll show in a minute, but I edited it through there just to kind of make it more like match what I was going for, and I feel like it turned out pretty well. And then at the bottom you can see I have a telephone. This is just obviously like the iPhone phone app. I have my text messages, and then I also have my camera. So that's everything I have on both of my pages of my home screen. I really like how it turned out. I feel like it's not like too cluttered, and it helps me kind of stay focused, but it also, again, like I said, inspires me, motivates me, and just makes me feel good when I look at it. I know that sounds ridiculous, but like we're constantly on our phones, so you might as well make it something that you enjoy looking at and something that makes you want to be like the best version of yourself. So that's why I made my home screen how it looks. Then I'll just show a few extra apps that I have. I'm not going to go through everything because I feel like it's not necessary. But one that I use quite often is in creativity, Facetune. I don't Facetune my pictures, but I'll use it to whiten the backgrounds. So let me see if I can pull one up and show you. So say I wanted to whiten the background of this picture of me and my boyfriend. You'll go to Retouch and then press Whiten. And then you can start drawing on it with your finger. I'll actually turn the bottom little slider bar all the way up, just because then I feel like I can see like where I've already done. And then at the end, after I've done like the whole background, which I'm not gonna do right now, but after I do the whole background, I'll turn it back down to like 50, just so it's not as like aggressive and harsh. But yeah, I just do that on Facetune. That's all I'll do. And then I'll save it to my phone. And then after I do that, I'll go over to Snapseed. So this is what I used to edit that widget of my boyfriend and my dog. But say I wanted to open a picture, let's find one real quick. So say I wanted to edit this picture, I'll go over to Tools at the bottom, press Tune Image, and then you have all these different options of things you can change. So I'll usually put everything up basically a little bit. So like brightness, I'll usually put it like 8, contrast like 7, saturation just like a little bit, more like 3 or yeah, 6 is fine. Ambiance, I'll do more like up pretty high. Maybe I'll do like 30. Highlights, I'll do up, let's do like 20. It changes every time, it depends on the picture. And then let's do shadows, I'll do up pretty high. I like shadows, I don't know, I just like the look of it. And then warmth, I don't go up very high, maybe like 3. So that's the difference. You can see like when you hold it down what the difference is. I just like it. I feel like it adds a nice look to your pictures. Again, it changes per picture, but that's just like a rough idea of what I'll do. So that is Snapseed. I like it a lot. Those are like kind of the only 2 apps that I use in this folder pretty often. Another app that I use often, you might be able to hear my dog drinking if you can, I'm sorry. But another one that I'll use is Time Hop. Basically, this syncs all of your social media into like one app, and it shows you like your memories throughout the years. Kind of interesting. So like 2 years ago, my dog, my parents' dog, but like my dog, she was sitting on the couch. Well, this was not 2 years ago, actually. That was more than 2 years ago. I must have screenshotted it 2 years ago. But like, you can see kind of what I mean. It like puts memories over everything, which is just kind of fun. I like that app. I think it's fun and it's like cool to look back on everything. And then I have like the typical apps. I have Amazon, I have like Instacart, a bunch of random things like that, but like I feel like it's not necessary to go through everything. So I'm actually going to end this video off here. I just ended the screen recording. I hope that this video was interesting. Maybe not, I don't really know, but regardless, I hope you enjoyed. Before you leave, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe down below. I think the lighting just changed, sorry. But I would love for you to join the community that we are building here. It's very fun, it's a positive and just like fun place to be. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.